Good morning, everybody, and happy Valentine's Day. I hope you had a great week. I hope everybody's going to have a great Valentine's Day. See this cute little monkey? This is something that Mr. Chris bought me on our second Valentine's Day. Isn't he adorable? I think he's really cute. So he's going to sit here with us for the lesson, and he's going to politely listen while we read our verse of the week. But before I do that, actually, we are going to know who won the candy and drink from last week's drawing. So it was Camden Gillespie. So have your mom or your dad text me or Mr. Chris and tell us what you want. If you want candy, a drink, or you can have chips and a drink. It's up to you. So we are going to turn to Mark for our lesson today. And it's going to be Mark 10, and it's going to be verses 46 through 52. Now we're only going to read verse 46, and then I'll tell you the rest of the story. But if you want to read in your Bible with me, you can. So it's Mark 10, 46 through 52. Verse 46 says, "And they came to Jericho, and as he went out of Jericho with his disciples and a great number of people, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the highway side begging." So what that means is we're going to learn. I'm going to get my cheat sheet out, okay? This is important. So Jesus and his disciples were in the town of Jericho. And it says in our verse that there was tons of people around, like everywhere. Everywhere they looked, there was people. And the reason they were following Jesus around is because he did miracles. So, do you know what a miracle is? If you do, I can't hear you if you're shouting at the TV. But remember what I'm about to tell you, or if you know, make sure you remember for the end. A miracle is when something is impossible, but God can do it anyways. God can do anything. If it's impossible, God can still do it. But if only God can do it, it's a miracle. So that's what it was. So a blind man, according to our verse, named Bartimaeus, was sitting on the side of the road, and he was begging. And we are going to have Mr. Chris come help us really fast. I'm going to tell you what it's like for a blind person so you can kind of understand what he was doing, okay? Well, here is Mr. Chris. He's finally in our video. Isn't that exciting? Hi, Chris. Yeah. All right. So, Mr. Chris, I want you to put on this mask.
No.
He will not put on the girly cute mask. Look, it even has a bow. Please?
No.
All right. I brought an extra one because Mr. Chris is anti-bow. I don't know why. Okay, Mr. Chris. You see these cups in the front?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to have you cover your eyes, and when you cover your eyes, I'm going to mix them all up, okay? And I want you to find what I tell you to find, okay? No, your eyes are not covered. All right. Can you see anything? Are you cheating? He's a cheater. All right. Mr. Chris, I want you to find the purple cup, or star cup thing. All right. Okay, kids. Is that purple? No. Mr. Chris, is this purple? You can look now.
No.
No, it's not. Okay, the purple one was over here. So now with your eyes, find the purple cup. Aha! He knows his colors. Aren't you proud? So when you have your eyesight, when you can see, it's much easier to find things. When you're blind, you can't see. So this man back then, in the Bible times, he couldn't see anything. Thank you, Mr. Chris. That was lots of help. Would have been more fun if he would have wore this one, but he did not. He's lame. So a blind man named Bartimaeus was sitting on the side of the road, okay? And he couldn't see anything like in our game. So, I know, we're gonna have to cut it because.
Okay, don't worry about that. You can.
So a blind man named Bartimaeus was sitting by the side of the road, and he was blind. Like Mr. Chris just showed us, he couldn't see anything, and that's super hard. So he heard Jesus was coming, and Jesus performed miracles. He knew that. So he kept saying, "Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me." And he got super loud. He was just like yelling it in front of all these people. And guess what? The people kept telling him, "Shh, shh. Jesus does not care what you say right now. He doesn't need to hear you. He's too busy." So guess what Bartimaeus did? He got even louder, and he's like, "Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me." And he said it over and over and over again, and super loud. And guess what? Jesus heard him. He stopped and he said, someone must really have faith in me. So he called him over. And then Jesus said, well, what do you want me to do? And he was like, I want to be able to see. No one back then could help him. He hadn't been able to see. He couldn't see a color or a flower or anything. So what he did is Jesus just said these words, go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole. That's it. He just spoke to him. He didn't touch him. He didn't do anything else. I don't know what else he would do, but he didn't do any touching. He didn't have any medicine. He didn't have a shot. He didn't have a tool. Jesus just had to speak. And guess what Bartimaeus could do after that? He could see. That is called a miracle. When God does something that nobody else can do. When you go to the doctors can't just talk to you and make you better. Sometimes they have to give you medicine, or maybe God lets them help you. But guess what? Jesus can do it, and God can do it without anything like that. Those are called miracles. So I've got some questions for you. Now remember, if you do your questions and you turn them in, I'm going to give you a date this time when you have to have it turned in. That way moms and dads have a little bit easier time. February 24th, okay, if you turn in the answers to this by February 24th, it's either me or Mr. Chris or on Facebook or a text message, then you'll be entered into a drawing, and like Camden, we can either get you a piece of candy or a bag of candy or a drink or something like that, and we'll figure it out, okay? All right, here's question number 1. What is a miracle? So we learned about miracles today and how awesome God is. What is a miracle? Number 2, what's your favorite miracle in the Bible? So there's lots of different miracles in the Bible. It's not just the blind man. Remember the parting of the Red Sea, or Jonah and the whale when he gets eaten by the fish and then thrown out. I don't know if that's technically a miracle, but it is cool. But or the feeding of the 5,000, or Abraham and Sarah with their baby. Miss Ray's brain is a little broken today. So what's your favorite miracle in the Bible? All right. What is it when somebody is blind? Like in our story. What does that mean? That's number 3. So what is a miracle? What's your favorite miracle? And what does it mean to be blind? Those are the first 3. What was the blind man's name? That's question number 4. What was the blind man's name? Number 5, there's 5 this week. How did Jesus heal the blind man? What did he do to heal the blind man? Remember, we learned about that too. And then here's our bonus question. If you get this right, then I don't know, maybe we'll make Mr. Chris wear the funny eye mask or something. But you have to guess it right and turn as many answers in as you can. But each person only gets one guess, okay? What is Mr. Chris's favorite kind of candy? It's kind of hard. So just try to remember. So there's your questions, okay? What is a miracle? What's your favorite miracle in the Bible? What does being blind mean? What was the blind man's name? How did Jesus heal the blind man? And what is Mr. Chris's favorite kind of candy? And that's everything. I hope you have a great Valentine's Day, and I'll see you later.